So guys, welcome back to Marketing Fundas Global. In this video, we are going to talk about some of the most important settings in MS Excel software. Because sometimes we need to adjust the settings as well. It is not all about worksheets and all about data, right? Sometimes we get errors, sometimes we made changes unknowingly and that change become problematic for us. So we need to understand that what are the important settings and what are the consequences if we change those settings or if we do unrequired adjustments. So let's get into the video and know more about these important settings. So guys, here is the sheet. I'm into Excel software right now, and here's the demo data which we were using from past 30-40 videos, right? And I'm going to show you how or what are the problems that you can generally face in the Excel software, right? For example, sometimes these scroll bars, as you can see here, and this one gets vanished. Sometimes these sheet numbers gets vanished, and sometimes this formula bar gets vanished. So how you can bring it back, or how you can make these options visible? And sometimes, as you can see, I'm just clicking on any cell and started writing, but sometimes this option gets automatically turned off, right? Otherwise, if you went into settings and do some changes, that become a problem for you, right? And there are many other errors that can make your Excel software's journey very problematic, right? So we are just going to talk about those problems, those issues, and how we can resolve those issues. So this is going to be a quick tips and tricks video for MS Excel software, right? So to find out the settings, first you have to go to file option, right? And in file option, you'll be able to see this options here, right? Click on this. And once you click on options button, here are the tons of options which you get, and here are the ton of settings which you can toggle according to yourself. So we are just going to talk about advanced option, right? Because all the settings, all the important settings are here only. So first option is, if we talk about editing options, in first this is the first option which says after pressing enter move selection, right? So this is what for example, I am clicking on, or I have selected this cell, right? And once I hit enter, it automatically gets down. But if it gets turned, and if I hit OK, and when I select the cell and if I hit enter key, this will not work. This will not gonna work anymore, right? And this happens, and people become so confused that why it is not working, why it is not shifting, or why it is not moving down, right? And if we go again back to options in advanced settings, and if we turn it on, here's one more option, that direction, right? For example, you have made it to right, not instead of down, you have changed it to right option, right direction basically. And if you hit OK, now if you hit enter button, it will go right instead of going down, right? This also happens, and people get confused that why it is not going down, instead it is going right. So you should know about these small settings. Again, go back to advanced option, make it as default. Now there's one more option, automatically insert a decimal point. Now see this, if I turn this on and hit OK, now whatever the number I write here, once I hit enter, it will automatically change into decimals, as you can see here, right? So this is quite problematic if you are not want, or if you don't want this kind of option, right, for you. And this is very confusing that how to fix it. For that, you just have to go back again on settings, options, advanced settings, and here is the option which you have to turn off. Just turn this automatically insert a decimal point off. It will be automatically off. Otherwise, if you are intentionally using this option, you can increase the place, basically the increase the number of decimal number after decimals, right? Earlier it was 2, but you can increase according to yours. Then we have enable fill handle and cell drag and drop. So you might have seen me sometimes, many times, that I just apply one formula in one cell, and I just apply all the that particular formula in all the cells by just dragging and dropping, right? I also drag and drop the value of one particular cell to another cell, right? So how this happens? Because this option is turned on, but if I turn it off, then the option will be not gonna work. Then we have one more option here related to drag and drop, and which is alert before overwriting cell. So whenever you are trying, or Excel software overwrite something, it gives you warning. But if you turn this option off, it will not gonna give you any warning. Then we have one more problematic option, and that is this: allow editing directly in cells. So if you turn this option off, you'll be not able to edit any cell directly. You have to select the cell, then you have to write the content or the formula in formula bar, right? You can't just directly edit or add something into the cell. So this is quite problematic if you are used to this interface, whatever is right now. Then we have extend data range, format and formula. So if you turn this off, obviously you will not be able to automatically extend data range and formulas, right? Then few more important options like enable percent entry, then enable auto complete for cell values. So these are pretty important options which you have to go through one by one. Also, if you're not getting any issue in your Excel software, then don't touch these settings, because most of the options are useless according to me if you are used to the interface whatever is right now, right? Then we have cursor movement here. Right now it is on logical option, but if you want, you can change it into visual option as well. Then we have cut, copy, paste options. The first option says show paste option button when content is pasted, right? Then show insert option buttons, or the third option is cut, copy and short inserted object with their parent cells. So I hope you understood these points, and if you turn these option off, what will be the consequences, you know already. Then if we scroll a little bit down, we have some chart options. Obviously, if you are getting issue with your chart, you can make changes in these options, right? Then we have display options. Then after display, we have display option for this workbook, right? Then formulas, then when calculating this workbook, then general options, Lotus compatibility settings. So let me show you few more settings related to display, because I'm just showing you the general problems which generally people get, or generally people find these problems, right? So in display option for this worksheet, as I was telling you about that these scroll bars get uh, vanish. So this is the option that is the reason, because if you turn this option off, then showing row and column headers will be turned off, right? Then we have show page breaks. If you don't want to show page breaks, but it is okay to show page breaks, because if I click on this and if I hit OK, you will see the page breaks here. As you can see here, this is the page break, right? And why it is important, because if you press Ctrl P, it will show that what will be the things which will print in your paper, right? So this is the page break that says that the printable area is only before this line, right? And this content will not be print if you print this content, right? So if you print your data frequently, so page break is important for you. You can turn this option off, oh sorry, on, right? Then go back to settings, advanced, go back to display option for this workbook. So I have turned on the page break, show right sheet, sorry, show sheet right to left. And if you turn this option on, you'll be get totally confused, because it will change your sheet into right to left. Let me just show you by hitting the OK button. As you can see here, everything is changed now. Now the sheet will be go this side instead of this side, right? So it is pretty confusing. It is very problematic if you don't know about the settings, that how this thing happens, right? So let's go back to advanced settings again, scroll it, and in display option for this workbook, turn this option off, right? Then we have show formulas in cell instead of their calculated results. Yes, if you turn this option on, you'll be able to see, wait, let me show you. You'll be able to see the formulas instead of the calculation results. As you can see here, these are the formulas which I have applied, right? So you'll be not able to able to see the calculated results now. You'll be able to see all the formulas. As you can see here, sum formula, max, minimum, count, average. Then we have if, right? If formula here. So that's how this thing works. Let me go back again to options, advanced. Let me turn this option off. But if you want, you can use this option if you want to see the formulas instead of results. Then show grid lines. If you want to remove these grid lines, these cell grid lines, as you can see here, box, 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 box. So these are the grid lines, right? If you want to make it invisible, you just have to turn this option off. Otherwise, you want to change the color, you can do this as well, right? You can change the color of these grid lines as well. And few more settings like show a zero in cell that have zero value, right? So if you turn this option off and hit OK, you'll be able to see that if you enter 0, it will automatically get vanish because there is no value of 0. That's why the cell gets automatically empty because of that option, right? So you'll be not able to write 0 if this option is turned off, right? So go back, yeah, turn this option on if you want, right? Show a 0 in cell that have 0 value. Then we have show outline symbols if an outline is applied. Obviously, if you want to, if the outline is applied, uh, the outline symbol will be shown if this option is turned on. Yeah, you can leave it turned on. Then we have few more options in formulas, and then when calculating in this workbook. So these are the options which you can check out by yourself. And whenever you are getting any issue with your Excel software, you can check out these settings by just clicking on the file, then option, and then advanced settings. These are the totally advanced settings which you can use, right? So I hope you understood. I've just shown you only few general problems which people generally finds with their Excel software, right? But if you are getting any other issue that is hindering your work or making your work more inefficient, then you might find the solution here in advanced settings, right? So let me just hit OK. Now zeros are able to see, right? So that's how these thing works. This was the tips and tricks video for Excel software. So I hope this course helps you in your Excel journey. I have shown you from scratch to advanced level that how the thing works in Excel software, right? Now it is your responsibility to practice, create dummy data. You can select or you can download dummy data from anywhere you want, and you can practice your formulas. You can other functions which you have learned in this course, right? And if you get any problem with the software itself, so I have shown you the settings as well. I hope this course helps you, and this is the last video in this course, but you can subscribe to the channel so that you can learn more softwares, more skills, because we are coming with 30-40 new courses about different categories, different niche. So make sure you are subscribing the channel, and with that said, we'll meet you in the next course. Till then, bye bye.